Okay, so doing a little bit of an emergency live stream. Your boy Smitty's down. I pulled my sciatic nerve, and I'm in excruciating pain. I've done this. I've done this before when I was about 18, and I forgot how painful. I forgot how painful it is to pull your sciatic nerve. I can barely move. It feels like someone hooked up a car battery to my spine. And just occasionally when they feel like it, like they've got a little button, like I've got a Burrow button, and they just burrow my back about every 4 to 5 seconds, especially when I move or just twitch. I'm going to try and do, I had to go live early because I'm going to be down. I won't be able to stand for very much longer. So I'm going to do a live stream here. Hopefully I'm feeling well enough to sit tomorrow, but it is so bad. I'm getting old. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Fantasy Football Show begins now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
So, your boy Smitty, here's the bracket. I'm gonna go back to this real quickly. So for those that are just joining, I pulled my sciatic nerve, and I am in the worst pain. I've got a pillow behind me that was once folded. I was laying on it. It was pushing it toward my back. Now I'm sitting at this angle, and at the current moment, I can survive another minute, and then all of a sudden this angle gets crazy, and then I gotta move. But I pulled my sciatic nerve. I pulled it out working out, but then I just tweaked it, just like bending over to grab something, and it did it in. But it was already really, really sore, and your boy Smitty's down. He's down. I don't know how long I'm going to be. I'm definitely not going to be out. I'm figuring things out. It's like right now I'm going live. I'm not going to not do a live show. But I might do a standing live stream. I might have to. Good Lord. Oh. Yep. Let's do the bracket. So this show is about Joe Burrow, not about me. Get burrowed. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
So what I'm going to show you here is my bracket. I've changed my mind. Oh my God, I've changed my mind about doing the live stream. Oh. God, I'm trying to be so tough right now. I'm trying not to let high-pitched squeals come out of my mouth. But this is crazy. What's even crazier is nobody got a notification. We've got literally a dead room in here. I don't understand what's going on. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show this bracket again, and I'm making some changes to it. Here's my bracket as of right now. I had the KC Chiefs facing off against the Bengals, and the Chiefs beating the Bengals. I am going to go with my boy Joe Burrow. I feel like part of me says that, hey, logic suggests that Mahomes and Reed and this offense is on a mission. And but at the same time, so is Joe Burrow. And I know a lot of people are like, Smitty, how could you have... Ow! Good God. I pulled my back out for anybody joining. So I'm trying to do this. I have people that say things like, Smitty, God, I can't even sit. I got this pillow behind me. Oh my God. I feel like people say things like, Smitty, how dare you have the Bengals losing to the Chiefs? You know Burrow doesn't lose to Mahomes. And I said in the beginning of my live stream, I'm wavering. This is my knee-jerk reaction. I reserve the right. It's my show to waver. And I don't need anybody telling me that Joe Burrow could win a Super Bowl. I said that Joe Burrow would win the division last year, and people laughed at me, okay? So I reserve the right. Let me see if I can get this button. Oh! People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
Oh, God. So I changed my mind. I'm still wavering. I'm still very, very, on the fence about it. But I think the Bengals are going to give Joe Burrow his first Super Bowl. I think Joe Burrow is on his Tom Brady track right now. This guy is the next GOAT. I really believe he is. I believe he's the next GOAT. I know a lot of people say in fantasy, well, hey, Jalen Hurts runs the ball. Hey, Josh Allen runs the ball. But that could be a problematic situation, even though it was Burrow that got hurt, and tore his ACL, and his line has been letting him get clobbered. But that will improve. They'll improve every offseason. I believe the running Jalen Hurts and Allen do, as proven by the fact that Allen was injured, Jalen Hurts was injured, Justin Fields was injured, running quarterbacks, Lamar was injured. It's sometimes a problematic thing, longevity wise. You're going to miss a season or two every handful of seasons. So I do believe Joe Burrow will be one of the greater quarterbacks to play the game. I'm not saying he'll surpass Tom Brady by any means, but he is on the best GOAT track you could be on to try and chase him. I know that he's not going to win near the number of Super Bowls that Tom Brady won. I understand all that, but I do believe Joe Burrow will win multiple Super Bowls, and that's hard to do. And I believe that it will hopefully. My heart wants it. My logic and brain saying be careful with this one because KC's so dangerous looking. Mahomes is kind of like not having Tyreek Hill's been the best thing for him. He's learned to watch out for Daniel Jones, says Marty. Look, Mahomes has learned to utilize all of his weapons, and now you don't know where he's throwing the ball. We do need to watch Travis Kelce, and when I say that, I mean from a fantasy perspective, because there's signs that we got to make sure aren't signs that linger into 2023 that he isn't doing what he should be doing right now. And I don't know if it's the fact that they're just dispersing the ball around enough to make it hard for him to have the same kind of games he has when he blow up games in a row. But if I had an itch, my back. Ma, the meatloaf. Oh my God. This is some of the worst pain I've been in a long, long time. So I think that Mahomes has learned how to play in a way that is just different, and it's improved his game. The flexibility he has now to go anywhere. The McKinnon arrival, the emergence of McKinnon kind of replacing Tyreek Hill, but in a running back fashion, which gives Mahomes so much more ability to make the offense dynamic. And but Kelce, we got to watch Kelce. Let's make sure Kelce finishes really strong. If he has a really strong finish in the playoffs, then we know he's got another year left, and we'll take it year by year with Kelce. Drop-offs eventually happen. We can't just continue to say, oh, Kelce will always be Kelce. We just don't know if this is the year he drops off. I'm not saying 100% it will be, but if he doesn't finish strong in the playoffs, then we need to be worried about it, because that's a long string of games where he hasn't been the Kelce we've seen, for a bigger part of the year. If Kelce does, go crazy, then we know he's probably got one more year left. Smitty's back, finally gave out for carrying fantasy on YouTube. Yeah, I put fantasy football on my back, and my back gave out. So I'm changing my mind. I reserved the right, and I'm going Bengals. I didn't change anything else on my bracket. San Francisco is going to beat the Seattle Seahawks. The Philadelphia Eagles will then face the Bucs, because the Bucs will beat the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants will lose to the Minnesota Vikings. If the Giants win, then they would face the Philadelphia Eagles, because they're going to face the worst remaining seeded team, the worst team left, because they're going to have the easiest path to the Super Bowl. Same thing with the Chiefs. So that's why you decide by the worst team remaining goes to that game, and then the other two teams face off. So I've got San Francisco beating the Vikings. I have San Francisco beating the Vikings. I have Philly beating the Bucks. I have Philly beating San Francisco. I have Philly meeting Cincinnati in the Super Bowl. And I have the Bengals winning the Super Bowl. Marty, I get it. You love Danny Dimes. I don't think it's going to happen, bro. LOL, you ain't reading my super chat. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. I pulled my back out. Just give me a second, bro. I got to scroll and do things. So hold on. Here we go. Ugh. You kind of look like Woogie from Something About Mary. I forget what that guy looks like. I remember the name and I remember that, but I don't. I have to look it up. But that's awesome. Thank you for casually making fun of me in a super chat. I'll take it all day long. Let me just see if I can put my. Oh, hold on. There's a football. If I can get my foot on the football, I bet you raising my right leg will help. Oh. Ow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best to not make sounds. You just know, what I'm talking. If you've had a pulled sciatic nerve, you understand what I'm saying. You just scream. Noises come out of your mouth. I'm lucky these aren't high pitched noises. I wish I could go live longer. Let's open the phone lines for a little bit. Hold on, I gotta hit the button.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Marty keeps saying the Giants are gonna win. Danny Dimes. Good God. I really hope I wake up tomorrow and it's just really sore and I can sit, because I can't do this way. I'm gonna put my knee on the ground. Oh, no, that's not good. That's a bad idea. What if I can't move? Miss Smitty's not here. No one's. Oh my God. Somebody dial in. This is the worst pain I've had in a long, long time. Yeah, I did pull it working out, but it gave out today randomly, just like leaning over. Like it was already to the point where it was like really sore. And I felt a lot of stress on my sciatic nerve. I'm like, why is my sciatic nerve so, like, it felt swollen, or it felt like there's a lot of pain in it. And then I leaned down and boom, it just like gave out. Oh, hold on, if I can get to this phone call in time. Ben, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, Smitty, what's up?
Yeah.
Sorry you're in pain, by the way. That sucks.
It does, bro. What can I do for you?
Well, actually, I can only hear you a little bit. I don't know if that's my end or your end.
What about now?
But I can hear you a little bit better now.
Okay. What can I do for you, bro?
I want to talk about the Chargers-Jaguars game. I noticed you had the Jaguars winning. Are you counting out the Chargers, or do you think it's a 50-50 game and you're just like, all right,
yeah,
I'll take the
I've talked about it before. Let me just I pulled my back on screen so people understand what's going on. Pulled my back. Okay. Let me go back to the bracket real quick.
Okay.
So I've talked about this before. Oh my God. Have you ever pulled your sciatic nerve, bro? You know.
Can't say I did.
It's hard to explain. It feels like your spine snapped in half. Like it's the craziest thing. Like at first I'm like, did I break my back? And
oh jeez.
But I mean, it's not that. It's you have muscles surrounding all. It's just, oh my God. So these two teams at the bottom left of the screen, the Chargers and Jaguars, I feel like they both don't belong. I feel like they're both, and I almost want to say the Dallas Cowboys in some respect, because they look pretty shoddy in that game. They looked pretty. They need to clean up a lot of stuff. But I think they have enough talent to where they belong, but they could crap the bed at any moment. That's kind of what the Cowboys and Dak have done. It's like, they can beat any team at any given moment, but can they put together a series of playoff wins in a row? I don't know that the Dallas Cowboys can. They got the talent for it. Chargers and Jaguars, they just feel like they slipped in, even though the Jaguars are a 4 seed. I just feel like they're very sloppy. There's a lot that needs to, I feel like Trevor Lawrence is turning into the player we knew he could become, but this is kind of like his rookie year. He's making a lot of mistakes still. Urban Meyer was a reset year. That was like a nothing burger year for him. So he's still learning, and I love what I'm seeing, but I just feel like both these teams are just capable of coming out and looking stale at any moment. So I don't think anybody can sit here and go, oh, you have the Chargers losing to the Jaguars, or you have the Jaguars losing to the Chargers. Like, they're both very capable of crapping the bed. And you have Mike Williams, ironically, out with a back injury, and I feel for that guy. The way he got off the cart's the way I'm moving around. I wonder if he pulled his lower back too. I just don't know how the Chargers are gonna what they're gonna look like in this game. I don't know what the Jaguars are gonna look like in this game. So honestly, it's a toss-up, almost coin toss.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough. I might be going out on a limb here saying this, but in the preseason, I actually had the Chargers going to the Super Bowl. I could honestly still see them going to the AFC Championship.
Bro,
Am I crazy?
No, I think it's crazy at this point, but I was with you. I thought Joseph Burrow was going to have a better year. I thought the Chargers were a Super Bowl contender. I thought the KC Chiefs, the Bengals were as well, and Buffalo Bills. But I thought it was going to be the Chargers in this mix instead of, the Jaguars. And it still could be. I mean, that still could be the 4 teams left. KC against the Chargers, Buffalo against the Bengals, and really, we weren't wrong after all that those would be the 4 teams remaining, but there's no way the Chargers, I think, are going to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I mean, maybe Herbert puts it all together at the last minute, but I just haven't seen anything from him this year that makes me feel like he can walk in and beat any one of these quarterbacks, or that the Chargers are going to stop Josh Allen or stop Burrow or stop Patrick Mahomes. I mean, these are the gunslingers of the AFC. These guys are going to score a boatload of points. And can the Chargers hang? I don't know. I changed my pick to Cincy over KC, but I admit it's very, very close for me. And I said that when I first dropped my first knee-jerk reaction predictions. But I feel like I'm going to give it to Burrow. I'm rooting for Burrow. I want my bracket to mirror my heart. My heart's pulling for Burrow. My brain and logic is kind of leaning a little KC, but you know what? I still think Burrow can, he's got Mahomes' number at least. And they've improved this team, and I think Jamar Chase is on a mission to prove he's the best receiver in the league, and he wants to do that in the playoff stretch here. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I love Joseph Burrow. I think he gets multiple championships in his career. I don't think he comes near Tom Brady's totals, but I do believe that this will be a year that he has a real strong shot at get this first Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I could absolutely see Bengals making it again. I could likely see that happening more than the Chiefs winning.
Yep.
Honestly, I can't see the Chiefs and the Bills winning. Honestly.
Yep. I
know that also might be going out on a limb, but I don't think they're gonna win. Honestly, I really don't.
I think the Bengals end up pulling it off. I'm putting that on my bracket here. Everybody's wavering until they lock it in. So for anybody that's gonna run their mouth about Smitty, you just had KC, like when you were filling out your bracket, buddy, were you not like, I'm not sure what I'm locking in yet? This is what I'm locking in. I'm locking it in. It's locked in.
Yeah.
I think Philly beats the Niners, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Niners beat the Eagles. I also wouldn't be shocked if Tom Brady marched all the way into an NFC Championship game. I wouldn't be shocked at all. It'd fit the narrative.
I would hate Tom Brady if he did that.
Can you imagine if he won another Super Bowl? Like the story
That'd be monumental.
That narrative would be the craziest one yet, the craziest Super Bowl tale yet. But he's capable of it. He's capable of it. They're a 4 seed. They're not like, it's not the craziest thing in the world. All right, bro. Ben, you got anything else?
I don't think so. Thanks for answering my call, Smitty. Are you going to the Super Bowl, by the way? I know you're from Phoenix, right? So.
Yeah. I don't think so, but you never know. You never know. I might
Tickets are pretty expensive.
Yeah, I might go down there and do some things, but I don't know that I'm going to be going to the Super Bowl. Plus, I got a live stream. A lot of people ask me why I don't go to Cardinal games and why I don't go to games, because I'm covering the whole NFL. And even from the Super Bowl perspective, like I'm live the entire day. And it's more important to me that the channel is live and there's a place for people to come. I'm going to have guests on. I might do a 10-hour or 12-hour straight live stream, or at least an 8-hour live stream. And so that's better than me going down there and saying, I went to the Super Bowl. Like, ouch. Oh, my God.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, just pulled it. Oh. All right, Ben, I'm going to let you go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, thanks, Smitty. You're awesome. See you later.
Appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
Oh, God. Where's my... Man, my back is jacked up. I thought I put this up already. I put it on the other screen. My back. So I don't have to answer a bunch of questions about why I'm groaning and moaning on the show. Oh. Okay. This would be the greatest Super Bowl win ever if he could do it. I mean, he could do it. That's the thing is, he could do it. Tom Brady could do it. Oh my God. I just hope I can wake up tomorrow and it's just really, really sore and I can't really do anything, but I could at least sit. All I need to do is sit. And this isn't going to change my workout routine unless I did something crazy to it, but I'm going to eat better. So either way, I'm dropping LBs, but Melvin celebrates 4 months on the YouTube exclusive membership. Melvin, appreciate you, buddy. Did you ask a question here? No, you didn't, but I appreciate you. I've got a super chat from Eric. I already answered that one. Thank you, Eric, for your super chat. I don't know why the show is so, there's like no one here today. I know the fantasy season actually concluded. I wonder if that's part of the reason, but I did go live an hour earlier because I just don't think I'm going to make it to the 7 p.m. time frame. Smitty's back is jacked up from carrying us all to the finish line. Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate you. San Francisco has not lost a game since CMC's first partial game. Yeah, they look good, Mike. You have had a lot of easy victories, but you have looked good. You've had a couple solid performances, but oh my God. You guys are obviously tough. Your defense is insane. San Francisco versus Cincy. Well, that's what I got, broski. Here's my new bracket. I told you guys I wasn't locking anything in yet. That was my initial reaction yesterday. I'm putting the Bengals through. Joseph Burrow's winning the Super Bowl. He's going to start his Tom Brady, I'm the GOAT, chase. He's not going to catch Tom Brady. He's not going to be considered the GOAT. Yeah, this show is an NFL show. We're not just about fantasy football, so hopefully everybody circles back around. I know I went live early. I don't think there was a notification either. But, oh my God. Oh, my back is killing me. Let's see if there's any news today that we can... Let's see if I can do this a different way. Hold on. Okay. Let's do this. Oh my God. Let's do this. And let's pull up news. Because I can barely, I could probably use my finger to scroll, but I can't really do anything but this today, so bear with me. Okay. So here's the news of the day. John Ross, future deal. Ouch. Tua said, Mike McDaniel said Tua concussion has not been cleared for football activities. I don't know that Tua ever plays again this season. Let's go to the screen. I don't think Tua plays again this season, but you never know. You never know. I think that even if he comes back next year, what's going to be in store for him? You know, one concussion and he's out, and then he contemplates his career. I mean, I don't think he's in a position where his brain can handle hits like the average person, and part of that is probably due to getting brain trauma while he was still recovering from brain trauma, rushing him back before he had recovered. And who knows, you know. We've got Adam Schefter. Let's see here. D'Amico Ryans. Texans are interested in D'Amico. A lot of teams are going to be interested in D'Amico Ryans, the Niners defensive coordinator that did an amazing job putting together probably the toughest defense in the NFL. Kyler Murray will offer input on the next Cardinals coach. Oh, that's great. Yeah, because he's really warranted that kind of power. Cardinals and Titans requested to interview 49ers assistant GM Adam Peters. This will be fantastic. Getting D'Amico Ryans or Adam Peters from the Niners will be so sweet for me, because then I could go onto the quad box with my boys and be like, this guy's an amazing talent finder, Adam Peters. You know, Kittle. Guys deep in the draft. Who knows if he had a big hand in Brock Purdy and picking Brock Purdy out. So I love Adam Peters. That'd be great for the Cardinals. Let's see here. Mike Williams said MRI on his back showed known fracture, or showed known. I think that means no fracture or muscle injury. Is a typo. Sean McVay will take the next couple of days to really be able to reflect on what he's going to do. Hamlin has been released from the hospital, which is fantastic news. Return to Buffalo. Prayers up to him for a speedy recovery. That's awesome news. Freiermuth suffered a non-surgical MCL sprain Sunday. More Tua information. Matthew Stafford said in an exit interview that he intends to play in 2023, whether Sean McVay is coaching the Rams or not. Mecole Hardman. Raheem Mostert, thumb injury is a fracture. Rap sheet doesn't have a timeline beyond Mostert's wild card round status in doubt. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye on that if you're in any wild card fantasy football playoff contests. Let's see here. Jeff Saturday has confirmed he would like to return as the official head coach in 2023. Breece Hall, ACL, believes he could be ready for training camp next summer. Hall said he's progressing at a faster rate than expected. This is what I told you. Did I not tell you? Should we hit the button? Should we hit the button? It's the first good Breece news we've heard. Should we wait? Should we wait on getting Breeced? Or should we hit the button right now? I really do believe we're going to hear things that are going to be like, hey, this is going to be unbelievable. Like his speed of recovery, his where he's at in conjunction to where he should be. You know, I believe he's going to have a really fast recovery. Let's hit it one time. Let's just hit it one time.
Get breached. Get breached. Get breached.
We won't hit it until we have more good news. But hopefully, Breece Hall, everything's going to be good to go. Let's see here. I think that's it for the news. So I'm going to close this out. Appreciate everybody joining me here. Phone calls. We'll do one more phone call, and then your boy Smitty's out.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
I can barely move. One last phone call, and then I'm out of here. Oh. Yeah, hopefully Hall comes back and is a top 5 to 10 running back. You know, he might even crack the Moonman list because he's going to be doubted to a certain degree. So there's room for being a Moonman. Moonmen are players that can outperform their ADP to a significant degree. Mitch says apply cold using compression, rest, stretch, massage, heat. I am only a doctor online, says Mitch. Oh, God, thank you, Mitch. Appreciate you. Always stay away from ACL injury players. You always say stay away from ACL injury players. Texas, I make it pretty clear. I don't blame you for thinking that's my stance. My stance is always you stay away from an ACL injury player if they're not ready for the start of the season. So JK wasn't ready. Barkley wasn't ready, and everybody said they'll be ready. If you're not ready, I don't know if you remember, if you can think back to the times I said these things, it was if you're not ready for the start of the season and people want you to be and people are wishing you to be, you can't get ready. It's like the season begins and you're not ready. You're going to play catch up the whole year. You're behind. But if you come in at a young age like Breece Hall, where he's essentially in a way like, you know, when a player tears their ACL and comes out of college, they pretty much can get back to normal within about one full calendar year. Sometimes their first year is a little bit lesser, and Breece Hall's first year back could be a little lesser. He'll probably have a better third year than second year. But when you're as young as he is, and we rarely see an elite player come out of college, tear their ACL as a rookie, and be in an elite position like him. Usually they tear it a few years in, and that's when the recovery's slower and everything. Like Barkley's, for example. He's still young, but he was older. So you have the age factor. And number two, again, I always emphasize it matters how they look. If Breece Hall's behind the 8 ball and they say he's barely ready for week 1, then he will not be, in my eyes, somebody you're going to want to go near. But if you end up hearing he's good to go and he's going to be more than ready for week 1, more than ready for training camp, then that means that he's someone to believe in with an ACL recovery. So very, very different. So get ready. Okay. ACLs are all about the recovery. It's not necessarily about that he had an ACL injury. It's about the recovery. How good is his knee responding? Does he have setbacks? Barkley was so behind. And to start the year off, it was a disaster in the making. JK was so behind. When you're not ready and you start week 1, you're not going to get ready. You're just going to put your knee to the test. You're going to have swelling. You're going to end up sitting, and you can't go that route. Breece should be like he was barely cutting. Barkley was barely cutting, and he wasn't even in pads like doing cutting until like the week before the season. They didn't even fully know how he would respond to contact. Breece Hall is going to have, I believe, all of that well in hand. And if he doesn't, then we'll react to it. But it's a very, very different situation. It's a good question, Texas, but it's a very different situation if the player's prepared. I think someone's been trying to call. I'm sorry. One more caller. I'm sorry if you've been trying to call in. Oh my God. I just jeez, this is not the position. That's not the position either. I don't know what's the position anymore. All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry, guys. Short show today. Still a 35-minute show. But I got to go. Thank you so much. I'll hopefully be back tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Thank you all for the super chats, the questions, the comments. I'll see you maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow. Later. I'll be back tomorrow, whether it's me announcing I can't sit again. Peace out. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.